Welcome to the presentation of Moodle, an analysis of an information system. Moodle is an acronym for Modular Object-Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. It is an open-source learning management system and is currently the most popular e-learning platform for educational purposes. With the growing need and desire for distance learning, systems like Moodle are necessary for professors to communicate with their students on and off campus. Through Moodle, students can participate in class discussions, be assessed through quizzes and tests, take part in lessons, and even work in groups. As a learning management system, or LMS, Moodle offers a wide variety of options to customize course pages, providing the opportunity for these pages to be as detailed as possible or as simple as need be. As with any system, there are bound to be negative aspects. However, the value of this system and what it promises are highly sought by institutions and educators, making it a popular system to use. Running Moodle requires its initial download to a local server, manipulation and adaptation by learned individuals, and user access capabilities. The system has various user interfaces whose capabilities are dependent on the roles assigned to users, such as those for faculty or students. All interfaces consist of blocks, which are sections wherein activities take place and duties are carried out. There is a home block, as well as course-level blocks. Activities, also sometimes called modules or tools, are functions found within blocks. They are primarily selected for use by instructors and display learning materials for use by students. Activities available to add include, but are not limited to, assignments, chat, choice, database, external tool, feedback, forum, glossary, lesson, quiz, resource, survey, wiki, or workshop. 3 modules that garner frequent use in Moodle courses include the assignment module, the forums module, and the resource module. The assignment module is used to assign online or offline tasks. Users can submit tasks in any file format. The forums module are threaded discussion boards for asynchronous group exchange on shared subject matter. Participation in forums can be an integral part of the learning experience, helping students define and evolve their understanding of the subject matter. The resource module is the primary tool for bringing content into a course. It may be plain text, uploaded files, links to the web, wiki or rich text, or a bibliography type reference. The functions available in Moodle all have specific qualities that are valuable in the learning environment. There are authoring tools for content creation, organization, assessment tools to create quizzes, surveys, and assignments, communication venues such as email tools, forum, and chat, and avenues for users to collaborate, such as the wiki tool. Moodle allows for password security, which not only provides for privacy of users, but gives the freedom to the instructor to post copyrighted resources within the limits of fair use doctrine. Additionally, the assignment feedback and gradebook functions allow students to assess their progress throughout the semester. The forum and chat are most commonly used and depended on for learning aims. While forum use had no significant problems associated with it, the chat and wiki tools are often cited by users as difficult to use and often fail to accomplish the stated goals of use. The general consensus of the available literature shows that the strengths of Moodle outweigh the weaknesses found. The strengths of the Moodle LMS are the lower total cost for ownership, higher levels of security, greater flexibility, ability to customize and modify code, and the variety of capabilities and tools. Some of the weaknesses found were that the customization requires tech-savvy individuals. Though it's open source, which has the connotation of being free, the implementation and maintenance costs may be as much as proprietary LMS platforms. And the mobile site has consistency issues. We wanted to find specific information about LSU's Moodle system from instructional information professionals within LSU libraries. We conducted surveys via email exchange initially. We also contacted instructional information professionals outside of LSU libraries and the LSU Information Technology Services Department. The survey's goal was to gather information about issues encountered by and the satisfaction level of the instructor user of the system. The LSU Library Survey was a brief inquiry. With this initial email surveyed, we sought to gather information on the following information: who uses Moodle and for what purpose. 13 individuals who used Moodle responded to the initial survey. The most popular answers were that Moodle was used to create and administer credit-based courses, and secondarily that it was used as a training resource for colleagues and student workers. A follow-up survey was created which sought to gather the instructor user's perspective of issues with their particular use of the Moodle system. Response rate to this survey was much lower than the initial survey. Issues noted were with the functional vocabulary used by Moodle versus that used by proprietary LMS platforms, indecipherable documentation, and the problematic search function. Then the ILI-L survey was sent to that listserv. One respondent reported struggling with the different views in Moodle, edit mode, teacher, and student. Moodle does not visually differentiate between these modes, which becomes confusing. The LSU IT survey asked about the most common complaints about Moodle from its users and resulted in an extended interview with a member of the IT department. The nature of Moodle issues among faculty is cyclical. Issues with setup and content migration at the beginning or before semesters begin, issues with faculty forgetting the setup process, and difficulty adding activities and resources throughout the semester, problem with gradebook setup at midterm, and issues with gradebook weights and functionality at final term. One other noted weakness of the local system is its inconsistent success rate among mobile devices. A pseudo-experiment was done to further analyze this, using at least 5 separate types of devices. The results were mixed, but the most common result was difficulty using the Moodle mobile site, with the site freezing being the most common issue. The literature notes that some fear exists working with open source systems, that there will not be a support for the system. LSU lessened this concern by providing Moodle documentation, which are asynchronous tutorials for point-of-need use. The IT department also offers assistance and training sessions, as well as video tutorials from lynda.com. The chat and wiki tools were not cited as being used by any of our respondents or researchers. The literature notes that these tools are associated with difficulties of use, so this may be the reason for the lack of use in LSU's system. In fact, it's noted that within local systems, they're not typically used to their fullest capabilities. This may be due to the fact that both students and professors are often discomforted by changes in the use and appearance of their Moodle interface. One limitation of this study was the low response rate to the follow-up LSU library survey. The reason may have been due to the fact that we phrased the survey asking for problems, and most Moodle users are rather satisfied. The initial respondents were happy to tell us how they use the system, but hesitant to explain problems, complaints, or recommendations for improvement. People are generally satisfied. Even the perceived weaknesses of the open source system, the hidden costs, can be seen as a positive, as it creates more local IT jobs.